Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah, not Abba, not Yahuwah. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehosha, not Yahusha. It's Yahweh Shah. So gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rekah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and other bishop and others, a great millstone who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all the Israel, whether accepted or not. And the like you're pushing this truth and believing this truth with the four winds of the earth, the entire world, shed light to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Aquath who are listening learning. If you sisters who are listening learning. I'm Isaiah from Jim Atlanta Camp, coming into another lesson of truth, faith, and education. Another day of education, Lord, was edifying. So I titled this lesson, the M.O.T.B is mainstream news because it's a major prophecy. Lord, wouldn't be edifying. This is a clip I saw earlier. I ain't gonna play all of it. It's like 31 minutes. But this is I don't know whose it is. So this would be, usually I'll put up the what is it? The Fair Use Act, which is to let these people know that this ain't for monetary gain. This is for educational purposes only. And as a matter of fact, let me do this. Bear with me here for a second. Let me pull this up. Because I may need to just play it just in case. Just in case. So bear with me here. In case I gotta play this. Let me make sure I can get it real quick. Yeah, so hold on. Let's pull this up before I play this. Just in case. Just in case. I should have did it. Salakia. I don't know why. Some just told me to just get it just now. So this video may have a couple of infomercials in it. I don't know how much of it I'm gonna play, but I just want to show, make the point, which we all know, that Charleston White, this is my last interview 6 days ago. I'm just gonna play this, This video might have some infomercials in it. So if it does, I'm saying Salakia for that too. So let's pull this up. Yeah. So I can read this. Come on, man. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Come right to me. Let's pull this up real quick. So let's just show this, just in case. So this is say copyright disclaimer. under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So this is for fair use. This is for educational purposes only. So let's go back to this. Yes, sir. Shalom, Zaquan. Yeah, Bashima Shabrakata. All right, so let me turn this volume down. Fruit clicks. Check this out. I don't know how much of this I'm gonna play. This video got infomercials in it when I was watching it earlier, but I just want to play a few minutes of this. The Lord willing, this be edifying.
Welcome to the cashless economy. The stage is set for the new world leader. What is the connection between the increasing move towards an electronic cashless society and biblical prophecy about the end times? According to the scriptures, it is predicted that the Antichrist will establish a global government and economy.
Now we know the Antichrist, as they tell you in 1 John 2 and 18, is also in 1 John chapter 4 and 1 John chapter 5. There are many antichrists. It's not one. There are many. As a matter of fact, let me read that real quick because you got people that really believe they've been watching these movies too much, man. Like the movie Damon. That movie Damon, you know, the antichrist gonna come out of one of these politicians. That ain't in the scriptures, man. So real quick, this is our 1 John 2 and 18. It reads, "Have to make these points. We defending the gospel. Little children, it is the last time. And as ye have heard that Antichrist shall come, even now are there many antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time." So this will be 1 John chapter 4. It reads in verse let's see, that's a lock in 1 John chapter 5. Been a minute since I went to this precept. Where is it? Oh, let me pull this up. Okay, let me go back to 1 John 4. Okay, this is 1 John chapter 4. In verse 1 it reads, "Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Hereby know ye the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesseth that Yahweh Mashiach is come in the flesh is of God." And you have to say that the Lord is a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. And even in that, you still gotta make points. But it say, "Hereby know that ye, the Spirit of God, every spirit that confesses that Yahweh Mashiach is come in the flesh, his human form, is of God. And every spirit that confesseth not that Yahweh Mashiach is come in the flesh is not of God. And this is that spirit of Antichrist, whereof ye have heard that it shall come, and even now already is it in the world." So as it got said, ain't no Antichrist coming, they already here. So let's run this back. Salakia, want to make that point. I'm gonna let this ride.
Welcome to the cashless economy. The stage is set for the new world leader. What is the connection between the increasing move towards an electronic cashless society and biblical prophecy about the end times? According to the scriptures, It is predicted that the Antichrist will establish a global government and economy. In this scenario, everyone will be mandated to receive a mark in order to engage in commerce, buying or selling any type of goods. In Revelation 13, the second beast compels everyone to receive a mark on their right hands or foreheads. It stated that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of its name. Revelation chapter 13, verse 17. Some suggest that for the Antichrist or the beast to control all buying and selling, a cashless society will be necessary during the tribulation. With cash, transactions can be completed privately, but if all currency becomes electronic, every transaction can be monitored. Are we heading toward a cashless society? With the prevalence of headlines about cryptocurrency, many Christians are questioning whether it is a sign that we are progressing further into the book of Revelation, indicating Christ's imminent return. There is a common assumption that for the Antichrist or the beast to have control over all sales, a cashless society is a precursor to the tribulation. It is generally believed that as long as we are still using cash, we are not yet in the end of
And the tribulation that this guy's speaking of already happened. What's coming is Jacob's trouble.
days. However, if we transition to a cashless society where all transactions are digital, then every transaction can be controlled and monitored, as noted in the book of Revelation chapter 3, verse 17. Cash, cryptocurrency, or no cash, we are living in the end of days. Jesus' resurrection and ascension marked the beginning of the end of days, over 2,000 years ago. Many heard the book of Revelation as we know the end is near, the Antichrist all buying and selling during the tribulation. However, a cashless society is not necessary to fulfill the meaning of Revelation chapter 13, verse 17. What is a cashless society? A cashless society might seem like something out of a science fiction movie, but it's already becoming a reality thanks to some government and financial service companies working toward this new era. Despite the rise of cryptocurrency, society on this planet has yet to go completely cash-free. A cashless society is an economic concept where all goods, services, and sales are conducted electronically rather than using cash. This means that electronic cards or devices will be used for all transactions, similar to what we use today, such as credit cards, debit cards, and mobile wallets. There are also other widely used examples, such as Venmo, PayPal, Apple Wallet, and Amazon Go. Understanding eschatology, the study of what the Bible says about the end of days, significantly impacts our present lives and what we can expect in the future. The end of days is predicted by various events, which can be divided into political, spiritual, natural, and sociological signs. According to the Bible, many of these signs indicate that we are living in the end times. Jesus' ascension after his crucifixion and resurrection signaled the beginning of the end of days. According to Luke chapter 21, verse 11, some natural signs that will occur before Jesus' second coming include great earthquakes, famines, and pestilences in various places, and fearful events and great signs from heaven. In Matthew chapter 24, verse 8, Jesus referred to these events as birth pangs, but we should not interpret every natural disaster as a sign of the end times. Additionally, in Matthew chapter 24, 6 through 7, it is predicted that nation rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. The prevalence of wars and rumors of wars characterizes this present age and aligns with what we witness in the news. Along with the signs that God will use us in the natural and spiritual realms, society will continue to decline in immorality. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 13 tells us that evildoers and impostors will go from bad to worse. People will become lovers of themselves and will do what they think is right. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verses 1 through 4. This moral decline and the emergence of a cashless society are believed to pave the way for the Antichrist, who will control all buying and selling by forcing people to take the mark of the beast. Some believe it could be a microchip, while others currently think it refers to the use of credit cards. Does the Bible say anything about a cashless society? There are two references to a cashless society in the Bible, but the phrase cashless society is not specifically mentioned. Revelation chapter 13, verses 16 through 18 describes a scenario where everyone must be marked on the right hand or forehead, and it is often associated with the number 666. We are currently living in a time when cash is becoming less common, but the conditions described in Revelation chapter 13, verse 17 existed even in a society that used cash. In the past, if a tradesman wanted to sell his goods, he needed to be a member of a trade association or guild. Each association had a patron deity, and in order to trade, each craftsman had to be willing to worship the deities. If a follower of Christ refused to worship a deity, they were not allowed to buy or sell goods. In some countries, Christians have been prohibited from buying or selling goods altogether. Some authorities explicitly forbid transactions with Christ followers. Should Christians embrace a cashless society if it comes to that? According to the latest research, 86% of Americans prefer to make financial transactions electronically. 29% of Americans never use cash for purchases, and 52% say they only use cash occasionally. Nowadays, there are numerous options for paying for goods and services without using cash. It seems like we are gradually moving towards a cashless society. Despite the fears of many people about a cashless society and its potential for control and tracking, leading to concerns about the Antichrist and the mark of the beast, it's important to note that bartering will always be an option in a cashless society. If the Antichrist were to arrive, he could potentially declare cash as worthless and introduce a new form of currency, requiring people to take the mark of the beast to participate in buying and selling goods. It's important to note that a cashless society is not inherently linked to the Antichrist, and it's not contrary to Christian beliefs. If a cashless society does become a reality, Christians are encouraged to put their faith in God to provide for their needs, trusting that He is the ultimate source of provisions. Additionally, it's important to remember that God is the provider of our livelihoods and necessities. The reassuring news is that it is never too late to choose eternal life. It's not too late to study God's Word and get to know Him better. And it's not too late to trust that He will take care of all your needs. All that is required is faith in God's free gift of grace through His Son, Jesus Christ. One thing is certain. In making this choice, you will be trading the world's riches for eternity. Do you remember the days when everyone used to pay with cash or paper checks? Credit receipts were created in triplicate, one page for the customer, one for the seller, and one for the bank. Machines imprinted names and account numbers using carbon paper between two lightweight paper sheets and one tagboard sheet. Personal checks were written at checkout stands, and then a clerk wrote down the payer's driver's license and home phone numbers. Research indicates that 46% of Americans are not concerned about carrying cash. As of October 2018, 29% of Americans never make purchases with cash, while another 52% occasionally use paper money for transactions. This means that 86% of Americans primarily rely on non-cash methods for shopping. Credit and debit cards are just one option in a growing list of electronic payment methods available today. Apple Pay, Google Pay, and Samsung Pay allow shoppers to access their bank accounts for payment by scanning a code from their smartphone. Social cash sharing apps like Venmo, Cash App, and Google Wallet enable individuals to repay friends and split restaurant bills by sending money electronically with the click of a button. New technology for the internet is tailor-made for the Antichrist. An article called The Tower of Google, published in World Magazine, states that the internet acts as society's brain, constantly monitored by cyberbots that establish connections. They not only have the ability to determine our likes and desires, but they also generate those needs and desires for us.
Hey, and they showed you in that movie Eagle Eye with this boy. What's this guy name that played in Transformers? I forget his name. But in the movie Eagle Eye, they showed you that, man. This damn AI bot, this AI machine computer that was watching everything, and that's how his brother wound up getting killed. And the machine wound up choosing him because they was twin brothers. So I just wanted to show some of this because this is where we headed, man. And as you hear this guy say, those that trust in Yahweh Shema Shai will be good. Let me get first I'm gonna get this in Psalms. Because Jake, as it say in Jeremiah 2:33, that 2/3 of our people have turned their ways to seek love, and they have also taught the wicked ones their ways. And that was Big Mama in them. You grew up, you got a granddad and a grandmama. They taught your mom and dad that same madness on both sides of the family, man. Big Mama and them, granddad and them, do what they say. I say this all the time. They told our parents, man, and our parents lied to us, man. Each and every, all of our parents lied to us, man. Because they parents lied to them, and they parents lied to them, man. Trim your way to seek love, apply your mind to the system, and you could be like the so-called white man. And still today, with billionaires, allegedly, so-called Negroes, because one of the top allegedly billionaires that's a so-called Negro be Michael Jordan, man. This nigga is over every other Jake that made it, man. And this nigga is nowhere near. He's nowhere near Warren Buffett, man. that nigga Michael Jordan is nowhere near Warren Buffett or Jeff Bezos, man. And them niggas, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg is they new Edomites, young Edomites. Man, Michael Jordan nowhere near them, man. Nowhere near him. But he rich. He's well off. As Apostle always say, man, Jake just well off. They wealthy. They niggas ain't rich, man. Them niggas hood, Apostle say these niggas hood rich, man. In Psalm 68 and 19 it reads, blessed be the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, who daily loadeth us with benefits, even the power of our salvation. This is another one in Psalms 103. Because when you read in Exodus 21, they tell you, and see, this is the one law. I did a lesson on this. This is the one law that Esau going to keep, man. This is the one law that the so-called white man is going to keep that we don't supposed to keep. And that's the Exodus 21, when it said, if a servant say he love his master and he would not go out free. That's the one law that the so-called white man is pushing that we don't supposed to keep. That's the one law that the Hebrew Israelites do not supposed to keep, man. And that's to take that all. This is Psalms 103 and 2. Blessed be Yahweh. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgiveth all thine iniquities, who healeth all thy diseases. So when you read in this is Isaiah. Note this is Jeremiah 2 in verse 14. It reads, is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Why is 2/3 of our people spoiled? I always link these, me and the brother, the head brother, Nahoya, the camp used to always link these precepts together, man. This second Ezra 9 in verse 10, it said in Jeremiah 2 and 14, is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why? Why is Jake spoiled? Right here, second Ezra 9 and 10, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. So these niggas done trim their way to seek love from the so-called white man, right? Getting his benefits. And they have forsaken the Lord, man. They have not known the Lord. When, let's get this, in Proverbs, this is Proverbs 26 and 10. You know where your benefits come from? Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. But you got the left hand of the Lord and the right hand. That's the terrifying thing, man. That's terrifying to know. This is Psalms 26 and Proverbs 26 and 10, it reads, the great God that formed all things, both rewardeth the fool and rewardeth transgressors. So you got niggas, plantation Christianity, slow bellied niggas that still go to the holler out talking about Jesus bless me. Right? And these niggas look at the pastor like the Lord dealing with them, man. Proverbs 26 and 10, the great God that formed all things, both reward of the fool and reward of transgressors. So it's a terrifying thing to think that the Lord dealing with you because you living good. Talking about these wacky pastors. Or some nigga that's not seeking Yahweh Shema Shai. And I make this point all the time. You got a regular Jake. He go to work every day of the week. Weekends is family time. He got kids. He's spending time with his kids and his wife. Sunday they go to church. It's just sit back Monday through Friday. He working, taking care of the family, paying the bills. You think the Lord dealing with that nigga? And he don't know Yahweh Shema Shai? I would say nay. But these are the roles of the hopeful elect in 2/3. The Lord ain't dealing with that, man. But these are the ones that's getting these bachelors and masters and associates and doctors of life and different degrees, and that's their role. What is that? Proverbs 11:33. The lot is cast into the left. Oh, King David said, let's get this in Psalms 16. This is Psalm 16 in verse 5. It reads, Yahweh is the portion of my inheritance, and of my cup thou maintainest my lot. The lines are falling upon me in pleasant places. Yeah, I have a goodly heritage. See, that'll be of the hopeful elect, man. But you got 2/3 that they done trim their way to seek love. Now we was all following the ways of the world. Thought we was trying to make it however, whatever you was doing. But then the Lord woke you up out of that. And now we see this nigga is pushing, the real nigga is really pushing this Exodus. This is Exodus 21 and 5. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free. Then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and shall serve him forever. This bore is a piercing, man. And it says he shall serve him forever. Now, when you go to Revelation, and this is the same precept, this is Revelation 13. When you go to this word, let's go to this word. I think it's here with the 666. So let's go to this. And I'm gonna go back and read that again. So it's G 5516, which we know.
Strong's G 5516. Chi, Psi, Stigma. Chi, Psi, Stigma.
Now, when you go to the strong definition in this, it's G4742, right? Now listen. And the apostles been doing these lessons, the elder bishop and elders. The apostles been going over this for years, man. Years. Now listen. This G4742, when you go to Chi Stigma, right?
Strong's G 4742. Stigma. Stigma.
Right? Now, as a matter of fact, let's put this on the screen, man. Let me pull up this blue letter here. Bear with me. You know, because it's better to see it than I read it to you, and I can read it to you, and you can see it, Lord willing. So let's put this on the screen. And tomorrow Friday, so I don't even, I'm just flowing in the spirit right now, man. Well, it's Friday as of when the sun went down. So let's get this. I want to show this on the screen because when you read in Exodus 21, verse 5 and 6, it's right here in Revelation 13, man, in verse 18. Because Esau know about this law. So let's get this real quick. And I'm gonna go back to that still because I want to keep that on the screen. Cause Jake gonna be the face of the M.O.T.B, man. Slow belly sell out niggas. And when you read it, First Maccabees 1:11, it said that went out of Israel wicked men that went and made a covenant with the heathen, man. Well, that precept in First Maccabees 1:11 is in Isaiah 28, verse 15 down through 19. Lord, we're not gonna read it. Because if you because it and Jake has been conditioned to the system, man. As it said in Revelation 13, what did Jake say? These people say, and it's all the heathens. It's mostly Jake. There are two-thirds Jakes, and then the heathens. It said, who is able to make war with the beast? It said they wanted after the beast, man. One after the beast is being a part of this system. Now this say, well, I'll put up Exodus. I'm gonna put in Revelation. Salakia. So let's get this. Revelations 13 and 18. I'm gonna go to this word stigma. This system, man. And this is the Lord doing this. Because what it said in Proverbs 21:1, the king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh Shah, he turneth it. They turneth it whithersoever they will. So you go to G55:16, right? Which I just played. So when you go here to Kai stigma, you go here to the strong definition, and it's G4742. You hit that. So it's gonna give you the word stigma, right? Which we played that. When you go down here to stigma, make sure you can see it on the screen right here. It reads a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. Here is the buzzword to ancient Oriental usage. Slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master. So what it just said in Exodus 21:5, let's read it again. Let's go back to this. Exodus 21:5. And if the servant say, and the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, I will, my wife and my children, I will not go out free. Then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door, or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. So it say a mark pricked in or branded upon the body to ancient Oriental usage. Why is this here? To ancient Oriental usage, because it's talking about Exodus 21, verse 5 and 6. Slaves and soldiers bore the name of the stamp of their masters. Then it says the master shall bore his ear through with an awl in Exodus 21, verse 5 and 6. Or a commander branded or pricked, cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belonged to. And there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the tokens of their gods, i.e., pricked to stick a mark, incised, or punched for recognition of ownership. And the elites said, me and the brother Nahi did lesson this some years ago. The elite said, there was a guy walking around asking these small hats about the nations, and they said all the nations are Goyim and that they will serve them. The elite said that those was just regular small hats over there walking around. The guy was walking around doing like little just interviews, asking questions about the other nations, and these guys that was over there said that all nations will serve them. So they know that all nations will flock to the Israelites. The elite said that they want everybody tagged like cows, man. This is years ago. They want everybody tagged like cows. So when you go here, let's go here. Let's back up. I just did this the other day too, but repetition is the father's skill. Now, when you go here to Revelation 13 and 15, right? Because if you don't apply to this system, if you don't flock to this system, you heard what Klaus Schwab said. If you don't merge with this system, then you ain't gonna have nothing. This word killed here, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, which is this system, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. There's two definitions for this word kill here. I was going to this the other day, but I was reading from the phone. So when you go here, see it says should be killed, G2443. And you see this arrow pointing up to this? This is another G615. So when you go to this first should be killed, G2443. Here's the word.
Strong's G 2443, Hina. Hina.
Now, so you got to scroll down here in this. And you got G1438 and G3588. So let's go to G1438. So this will say, from a reflexive pronoun, otherwise obsolete. Let's go back to the other one. This other one is the one. This G3588. This is for the one definition of to be killed, right? So right here it say only significant renderings other than the counted. It say the definite article does sometimes to be supplied at others omitted. This word omitted, when you look it up, you go to Google and look up omit. Let's do this real quick. And go to the phone. So you go to this word omit.
Omit.
It say leave out or exclude someone or something. It say either intentional or forgetfully. Similar word is a verb. Similar words leave out, exclude, fall to include, except, shut out, leave out. It say pass over, erase, eliminate, cross out, rub out, expunge. So just like in the movie, it said delete. One of the words is delete. So you might not be killed physically. You might be killed mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. You ain't gonna have no food, man. Okay? And you gonna have that mental nourishment from the government. And the word government mean mind control, right? The other kill, the other G615 mean you'll be put to death if you don't take the M.O.T.B. So let's go back to this. And I went into let's go to it now. In 2 Corinthians. G may get tired of hearing this. Well, it is what it is, man. This is where we at, man. The M.O.T.B. is mainstream media. It's mainstream news, man. So when you go here to 2 Corinthians 4 and 8, right? And I just want to get this word here, perplexed. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair, because the Lord said in Isaiah 65, His servant's going to eat. Or was that Second Ezra? What is that? 4 or Second Ezra 2? Let me see. Let me get it here. Let's see, real quick. I think it's Second Ezra. Second Ezra 2 and verse, 26. It reads, "As for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish. For I will require them from among thy number. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble in heaven is come, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord." Right? Just going into some points about perplexed, but not in despair. Here's another one in Psalms. And the guy said, man, you don't trust in Yahweh Shema Rashah, then they're gonna take you. You're gonna be taken, man, because you're gonna be wanting. This is Psalms 37 in verse where is it? The hopeful elect will not go hungry, man, during these times. There's a precept in here. I'm overlooking it. Right here. This is verse 18. Psalm 37:18. Yahweh knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. See? So this word perplexed, right? I'm making this point reading those two precepts. And there's others, right, about Israelites eating and the hopeful elect. So this word perplexed, talking about not having no resources, man. And this is what Esau want to push because Jake got to eat. And this is when Jake gonna buck out. When that food get controlled, man.
Strong's G 639. Aparreo. Aparreo.
See, right now you can go get whatever you want to get. They say it reads to be without resources. See, to be in straits, to be left wanting, to be embarrassed, to be in doubt, not to know which way to turn. See, to be at a loss with oneself, not to know how to decide or what to do. So we got down here to have no way out, i.e., be at a loss mentally. See, this is going to be a mental loss, man. Jake ain't gonna have nothing to eat. So if you don't conform and comply to what they are pushing, which is this cashless society, man, then I mean you ain't gonna have nothing. And those that don't trust in Yahweh Shema Shah, they screwed, man. But that's the 2/3, the hopeful elect. It says, let's get this in Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah 17:7. Yeah, that's a lot of these precepts. Blessed is the man that trusteth in Yahweh, and whose hope the Lord is. Right? Here's another one in Psalms. This is Psalms 60:11. But this is 2/3 of Jake and the trim that way to see love, man. And there's a conditioning. You heard it, guy. They got you conditioned to use all these app-based payments. Psalm 16:11. Give us help from trouble, for vain is the help of man. And we know the Lord said, man, it's so many precepts on this. Lamentation 4 and 17. But this is what I tell you in Psalms 10 that he croucheth and humble himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. And the apostle said this some years ago, man. They're gonna use your elites to get you to take these things. This is Lamentations 4 and 17. As for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that cannot save us. But 2/3 of Jake, they trust the so-called white man. Let me go back to put this still back up. Yep, that's a beautiful precept, bro. I'm gonna read that. Give me a few ticks here. I'm gonna read that. Cause Jake gonna be the face. It's slow belly nigga, man. Jake gonna be the face of this, man. So this is from Isaiah Bunya Howard, Proverbs. Yeah, let's read 25. 20 this Proverbs 29 and 25. The fear of man, the fear of man bringeth a snare. Man, and Yahweh shies that snare, man. Tell you in Isaiah chapter 8, 13 through 15, Yahweh shies a snare, man. The fear of man bringeth a snare, but whoso putteth his trust in Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh shall be safe. Verse 26. Many seek the ruler's favor. Yep. But every man's judgment cometh from Yahweh. And many are seeking the ruler's favor, man. That Jeremiah 2 and 33. Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? Jake been conditioned, and we've been under this bastard feet for so long, under that rulership for so long, man. Jake don't know no other way. It's like an old nigga from the plantation, man. Just keep your head down and apply your mind to the system, and you could be just like them. This is let's get this. Man. And this whole thing with this with this money, 2 Timothy 6 and 10. It is the so-called white man is crafty, man. These are some clever bastards. These are some carnal, clever bastards, man. Am I spelled Timothy wrong? Yeah, I did. Hold on. Salakia. Esau Edom is a crafty bastard, man. This is 2 Timothy 6 and 10. It reads, the hell? Oh, hold on. Is it 1 Timothy? Been a minute since I read this. Yeah, been a minute since I brought this up. This is 1 Timothy 6 and 10. It reads, for the love of money is the root of all evil. And the so-called white man know this. Which, while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. So one of these piercings will be ye cleaving to this cashless society. Let's get this word pierce here. You see it? To pierce through, to torture one's soul with sorrows. It reads, to penetrate entirely, pierce through, right? Ezekiel. This is Ezekiel. I'm sorry. Is it Ezekiel? Yeah. Ezekiel. Maybe I'm tripping. 30 was that let's see. Ezekiel 36 and 6. Here's another pierced. Nope. Isaiah 36 and 6. I'm tripping. Salakia. Isaiah 36 and 6. Here's another pierce. It reads, now, we were trying to explain to this slow bellied nigga with these Shewa jotters. The nigga had Shewa jotters? Yeah, nigga had Shewa jotters and skinny jeans on. And he trying to say the so-called white man, the young Jake. I did a video, I put the video up about a week or so, 2 weeks ago. So we trying to explain to him about one of the reasons America is Babylon the Great. Well, the main reason that we know America is Egypt, it's Babylon, it's Rome, it's Nineveh, it's Assyria, it's all these empires wrapped up in one. But we trying to prove to him for a fact we know that America is Egypt. I told him when you read in Exodus, it tell you that the Lord said He saved us from out of Egypt, from out of the house of bondage, right? Linking Egypt with bondage. So we said we read Revelations 11:8, right? About our dead bodies shall lie in the street of this great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. And he couldn't understand the spiritual thing. So Egypt is America. And then we said, you see how the pyramid on the back of the dollar? I said, bro, did you know? Just a couple things I said, bowling and beer, and I said makeup. Bowling, beer, and makeup come from Egypt. There's a lot of other things, man. There's a list of things that America have created that came from Egypt, man. So the Pharaoh today is the Edomites. It's talking about the elites. It said the Pharaoh, king of Egypt. So this is Isaiah 36 and 6. It reads, lo, thou trusting in the staff. A staff is something that holds you up. It's a comfort. That's what a staff is. It's like if you getting old and you got a crutch, or you see old folks with a walker. Well, that's their support, man. That's what's holding them up. Lo, thou trusting in the staff of this broken reed. You know what? Let me see what this said in translation. Never read it. Let's see. Let's see. Now I'm curious. This is the NLT, Isaiah 36 and 6. On Egypt, if you lean on Egypt, it will be like a reed that splinters beneath your weight and pierces your hand. I remember Apostle Rumlock went into this point, a while ago, a few years ago or so, maybe. And he mentioned it a couple times. I remember him mentioning it maybe about 5, 6 years ago. And he said, if you got a stick and you break it, right? Whether you break it across your knee or with your hand, one side of the stick gonna have like some points on it. At least you cut it with a saw. But if you break it, one side might have a few points on it, may be, a little rough. So it's a broken reed is it gonna have a point on one side, or maybe both sides, depending on how the stick break. So he say on Egypt, if you lean on Egypt, it will be like a reed that splinters beneath your weight and pierces your hand. Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, is completely unreliable. And the government system is unreliable, man. You just saw that last Friday, man. Last Friday, after that little shutdown, and as I mentioned the movie, what's this movie? With Bruce Willis, Die Hard, when he had to go and get this last hacker, because they was killing the hackers, and the hacker told him when he got him to the FBI, CIA, whoever it was, he said, man, it's a fire sale. And he was like, man, you don't know what you're talking about. You're like, man, it's a fire sale. Everything must go. They shut down everything. They shut down the whole government. They shut down Social Security building, everything in that movie, man. Right? They showed you last week, Friday. I go into Walmart Sunday, last week, Sunday, after that Friday happened. I never saw that many people in the Walmart ever. And all I can think of is, man, it's gonna be hell in Jacob's trouble. Cause I saw at least 100 carts in line. And everybody was in line and they had everybody was waiting at the self-checkout lines. They had all the workers on the cashier lines. So I went to the garden. Luckily, I got to the garden. I usually park with a garden, and I walk when I go to Walmart. I usually park with a garden, and I walk through the garden and walk through the Walmart. The garden when I got there, it may have maybe like 6, 7 people's in line. And when I got there, I turned around and looked behind me at like 5 minutes. It was like at least 70 people behind me waiting in line with carts because all the self checkouts and the other checkouts, and then they had like at least 50 people at each one of them. I ain't never seen that many people in Walmart, man. That was Sunday. This Sunday just passed. I said, man, it's gonna be hell and Jacob's trouble, man. And then these niggas talk about the grocery store got 3 days worth of food in them. No, the hell it don't. Cause if every person in the city hit them grocery stores, ain't no 3 days worth of food in them damn grocery stores, man. That's a lie, man. That is a lie, man. Anyway, you trusting in this system. It say the king of Egypt is completely unreliable. NIV reads, look, I know you are dependent on Egypt, that splinter reed of a staff, which pierces the hand of anyone who leans on it, such as Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all who depend on him. ESV, behold, you are trusting in Egypt, that broken reed of a staff, which will pierce the hand of any man who leans on it, such as Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all who trust in him. See? Let me go back one. Because now I want to see, just to show, not see, because I already know. Let's go to this word staff, right? Right here, H4938. And man, King David said, the Lord prepares a table before us in the presence of our enemies. Well, there's another table being prepared. When you read 1 Corinthians 10 and 21, it reads, you cannot drink from the cup of you cannot drink from the table of the Lord and from the cup of devils, man. Either you side with the so-called white man or you trusting in Yahweh Shema Shai. Look, it says substance. Ooh. Substance. See it? A walking stick staff. Support. See it? Support. Substance. Man. A walking stick staff. Hold on. Let me see what this Strong's is. Mm. Mm. Yep. No resources, man. A support, i.e., a protector or substance stay. Ooh, a stay, right? If you trust in this government. The Lord said in Isaiah, just thought about this just now, that word stay here, Isaiah 3 and 1. And I thought about this one time. I was just thinking. I said, what if these niggas take the sea here thinking they finna get some food and they don't get nothing, man? What if that's just a trick? What if the Lord just set niggas up to see if you gonna take that shit, man? Boy, it's gonna be ugly. Isaiah 3 and 1. For behold, remember that word stay, it said, Isaiah 3 and 1, for behold, the Lord, Yahweh host, doeth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah what? The stay and the staff. See? Your comfort, your protection, the whole stay of bread and the whole stay of water. So what if a nigga make his mind up and say, you know what, man, man, my kids, man, we gotta eat, and then you don't get nothing for taking the sea hill. We know they're gonna be destroyed. Ready to say in Revelation 14, a grievous sore. What if the Lord is cold, man? Because remember, in Proverbs, the Lord is cold, man. It's a terrible thing. Fall into the hands of Yahweh Shema Shai. Lord willing, that is not us. Proverbs 11:1. This is one precept. A false balance is abomination to Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight. Right? Then you got this one in Proverbs 16:11. Man, it reads, a just weight and balance are the Lord's. All the weights of the bag are his work. See? So if the Lord had you to take the sea hill, it's just a trick bag that you in, man. Lord willing, man, we endure to the end and get beamed up out of here, man. Hey, cause it's gonna be ugly, man. Man. And I just wanted to make some points. I was just thinking about as I was listening to this video, man. Yup. 1 Corinthians 10:21. Isaiah Bunya Howard, it reads, you cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. You cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and the table of devils. And if you try to do this, you trying to play both sides. Isaiah 28:7. But they also have erred through wine and through strong drink are they out of the way. The priest and the prophet have erred through strong drink. They are swallowed up of wine. They are out of the way through strong drink. They err in vision. They stumble in judgment. For all tables are full of vomit and filthiness, so that there is no place clean. And what did King David say? Let's get this. Psalms 69:22. The Lord prepares a table before us in the presence of our enemies, man. Psalm 69:22. Let their table become a snare before them, and that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap. Now remember, one of the words for staff says substance, right? Let's go to this. What's this word table? What's on this table, man? Remember what Yahweh Shah said in Matthew 22? He said his oxen and fatlings are killed, man. Go out and bid his people to the marriage. So let's see about this table right here. A meal. A meal, right? And spread out. A meal. Let me see what this 87971 say. Hold on. I got another precept. Let me see what this say. Roll on. Reach forth. Spread. Sow. Conduct. Earnestly. Give. Appoint. Bring. So let me go to this, right? Because it's a meal on this table. And damn it, I forgot what I was finna get. What was I finna go? Oh, Kala Yabashimasha. Matthew, Cause it's a meal on the table, right? The table is for the Lord prepared the table for us in the presence of our enemies. Uh, Matthew 5. What is that? 5 and 6. I think it is. So it reads. Yep. So there's a meal on the table. Matthew 5 and 6. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Because on the table, there's a meal, man. Matthew 22 and 1. Let's read a couple precepts in here. Let me close up. This is Matthew. See? Parable of the marriage feast. Everything we need is on this table, right? Now it said in Psalms, King David said in Psalm 69:22, that which should have been for their welfare. Your real welfare benefits comes from Yahweh Shema Shai, man. So that's why I say is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Because they have received benefits and have not known the Lord. And it was the Lord that gave it to them. And Yahweh Shai answered and spake unto them again by parables and said, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a certain king which made a marriage for his son and sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to the wedding, and they would not come. Again he sent forth other servants, saying, tell them which are bidden, I have prepared my dinner. Where's the dinner at? It's on the table. My oxen and my fatlings are killed, and all things are ready coming to the marriage. See? So all these niggas, let's go back to this. Psalm 69 and 22. Let their table become a snare before them, and that which shall have been for their welfare, let it become a trap. I'm gonna get this word welfare and I'm gonna close. 879:65. Ooh, it say peace. Shalom, man. Wow. Mm, mm, mm. Completeness. Completeness, soundness, peace. Safety, soundness, in body, welfare, health, prosperity, peace, quiet, tranquility, contentment. Man, being content. Ooh, with God, especially in covenant relationship. Peace from war. Health, perfect, welfare, salute, rest, safety. Man, favor, friend, great, good. Man. So yeah, the so-called white man is conditioning 2/3 of our people to take that sea hill, man. And the Lord was edifying. Got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rikah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the bishops and elders of great millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether accepted or not. In a sincere salutation to all the occupants pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth. The entire world shedding light to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Akbar who are listening, learning. If you sisters who are listening, learning, go off tuning in. Hey, go out for your precepts. May Yahweh Shema Shah continue and bless you in your houses. May the blessing of election be upon your houses. Till next time, I say Shalom. Wa Abba Ball. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Shalak Rayum. Wa Anashim. Wa Abadium. Wa Haragium. Wa Mashapayum. All call the Wamium, Wa Kawarium, Wa Ayab Yumna, Wa Bakasha, 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 Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, the water Amna, Shalom.